Hi guys, Transsion Holdings company Infinix keeps its race to become a relevant brand in India. Today, the brand behind some interesting smartphones is bringing its first ever 5G smartphone to the market. The device comes under the Zero series and comes with the simple Infinix Zero 5G moniker. It was launched across global markets back in the last week. Now, and as expected, Infinix is introducing it to the Indian market, and we have to say that the specifications are quite attractive. Without further ado, let's dive into the specifications brought by this excellent smartphone. I showed the phone to some of my friends and asked them to guess the price by just looking at the device. Most of them were off by quite a bit. It is easy to see why, with the device's glossy and smooth plastic finish merging seamlessly with the raised camera housing. The device's craftsmanship is superb, accentuated by its curvy looks and the silky in-hand feel. On the bottom, there is a USB-C port, headphone jack, and speaker grill, a common theme on Infinix smartphones. The Cosmic Black variant has a satin-like gradient that gleams in the sunlight, and will likely catch the eye of just about everyone looking at it. Other than the fact that the power button Kun fingerprint sensor and the volume rockers are positioned slightly higher than I would have liked, the Infinix Zero 5G gets 4 from 5 for design. On the display side of things, the device has a 6.78-inch TFT LCD panel with 120Hz refresh rate and Full HD Plus resolution. These specs by themselves are not very impressive, as most phones that are worth their salt pack in something similar. That being said, I did find it confusing that the Zero 5G supports HDR10 content, but doesn't have Widevine 1 layer certification. Consequently, it does sour the OTT experience when videos are color-rich but are capped at 480p. However, when not viewing content, the display, in general, is quite good and color accurate to a certain degree, though not as vibrant as AMOLED panels. Viewing angles are acceptable, as are the brightness levels which allow for satisfactory outdoor usage. The chin at the bottom happens to be slightly big for my taste, while the punch hole at the top is large and has a bit of backlight bleeding around it. The 5G-capable Dimensity 900 SoC is running things on the Infinix Zero 5G, and for the price, I don't think there is any better chipset out in the market. A look at the benchmark scores on Antutu and Geekbench gives us a good idea about the device's processing capabilities. My experience of operating the Zero 5G, bar software, has been fluid, flawless, and extremely smooth. With 8 GB of RAM alongside an additional 3 GB borrowed from the internal storage, even the heaviest of apps stay open in the background. The gaming experience was also quite good for a budget phone, as BGMI runs full tilt at 45 FPS without a hitch. Most of the problems I had were around the phone's XOS 10 Android skin, which is riddled with a copious amount of bloatware. The interface in general doesn't seem very inviting, although Infinix has taken a page from ReMUI's book, with the large drop-down quick settings and organized notifications. However, the constant sign in attempts into Palm ID, along with the prefix of I on all the utility apps, is quite unsettling for me. Other features on the device include a speaker that crackles at high volume, a snappy fingerprint sensor, acceptable 4G LTE performance on Jio's Noida network, and microphone and earpiece quality up to the expected standards. In the camera department, Infinix has included a 48-megapixel primary shooter, a 13-megapixel telephoto lens with 2x optical zoom, and a 2-megapixel depth camera. When drowned in the bright afternoon sunlight, the primary shooter is able to deliver crisp shots with delicate detailing that look over-sharpened in areas with shadows. Auto HDR kicks in effectively and allows the blues of the sky to seep into the frame while compensating exposure from the sun. Shutter speeds are quite slow, which introduces some amount of shake, unless your hands are extremely still. Infinix also allows you to adjust the f-stop values for variable depth of field while using portrait mode, although the background separation is not too good. The 2x telephoto lens works well in good lighting, but falls apart at night. Speaking of which, the nighttime photo capabilities of the device remain woefully incomplete, with the night mode going haywire with the exposure. There's the usual 16-megapixel selfie camera on the front that clicks over processed photos, but thankfully keeps the skin tones intact. In terms of battery life, you get a 5000 mAh, which is a standard issue on affordable phones these days. I wasn't able to run my usually reliable Benchmark's Battery 3.0 benchmark for tests as it kept crashing, but I have a general idea around the battery life. It is decent enough to get me comfortably across a day of usage, including some hours of intensive GPU usage, browsing social media, and watching YouTube videos. To keep the device in line, Infinix has also provided a 33-watt charging solution that can juice up the cell in about 90 minutes. The Infinix Zero 5G keeps up with appearances thanks to a nearly flawless design and smooth performance. Unfortunately, for the price of 19,999 rupees or $270, the device is about average in all other aspects such as display and camera quality, while its software implementation isn't too great either. In comparison, the Moto G71 packs nearly the same performance metrics, while offering a much cleaner UI and a better camera experience. The Zero 5G's price tag makes it one of the most processing-focused phones in the market though, and you can consider it if its good performance and stylish design appeal to you. Subscribe to the channel and leave your comments. Thank you for watching. See you soon.